I've talked about AI mastering in the past, and I actually made some kind of a prediction back then where I was thinking that it was just a matter of time before you could actually chat with the AI that was mastering your music. And it turns out that time is now, because I found a new service called Diktatorial, and we're going to check it out today. Crystal clear audio, hi-fi quality online mastering, ready in seconds. Show me.
Let's see how Diktorial will work in this ambient track. I can see this track can benefit from 70s analog warmth, a little bit nostalgia.
It's quite interesting how an audio-focused service has such bad audio in their own promotions. And I don't mean the voiceover person itself, I mean the technical part of it, the microphone, the high-pass filter and the pop filter. Like, if you want to show that you really care about audio, you should at least get that right. Because to me, this shows that they might know a lot about AI, but not a lot about traditional audio engineering, which you should know when you want to do something in audio.
And let's switch to the next one.
Okay.
The quality, the stereo image and the wideness of the track has been greatly improved. And
I'll
let's
decide that for
remember the
myself.
old one.
Yeah. Of course it's better because it's louder. How often do I have to say that again? And yes, I'm screaming because then I'm louder and then it's more important because that's how it works. Our brain is focused on louder sounds being more important because, I don't know, dangerous animals make loud sounds. I don't know. I don't know where it comes from. This is just like, of course. I'm so frustrated by this. I mean, doing this is just either they really don't know what they're doing, which I wonder, because if this really is a good service, then they know what they're doing. And if they know what they're doing, it's just so unfair towards people that don't know what's going on here. That they are making a big loudness boost in order to make it sound better in comparisons. Anyway, streaming optimized, we're going to check that. Endless audio flavors, safe and secure. We do not train our AI on your music and share it with third parties, unlike our competitors. Okay, let's try it. I already made an account. Diktorial actually contacted me, but the login details they gave me to try this, premium for free, whatever, didn't work, and I'm very impatient, so I'm just going to do it in my own account that I just made, and probably I'm going to need to pay for this. So anyway, they're not involved in the making of this video. They were just, really asking me what I thought of this. Version 1. Let's listen. Utter useless. 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 This whole button, they could as well remove the fucking button, because this is useless. I get a lot of comments from people that say that I should stop whining about the auto gaining differences and all that kind of stuff. Honestly, I get tired. Like now I have to rant again about gaining and stuff, and I get tired of that as well. But to me, it seems like that the industry is just not learning. It keeps on happening. Make it warmer and more vintage. Less aggressive in the mid, highs and highs. So I'm trying to type prompts in the same way that a client to me would type a prompt. Because if I would go in depth, like engineering wise, like adjust compression or whatever, that's usually not how clients work with a mastering engineer. Usually they talk more in musical terms than and in broad terms than in precise terms. And so to the mastering engineer to both make an interpretation, but also to make sure that it's not getting out of hand. So what I'm not sure about now Like I find it to be a bit of overcompressed. Like it's a bit. Should I now just say it sounds overcompressed, or should I say, can you make it sound more open? I think if I'm just looking at what I'm feeling now, I'm missing the openness and still warmth. I want it more. Can you make it sound more open and more warm? And this is already like a contradiction, but believe me, there are a lot of clients requesting this, and you can see like more open as boosting a little bit of highs. That's more open, but more open is also, you know, dialing back on the compression. And if a client says, I want to have it warmer, then they probably don't mean with openness, they don't mean the more high thing. They want something else. Actually, what I would do with such a question is ask a question back. I would ask like, okay, I think I understand you, but please, you know, explain a little bit more. Added warmth and made the sound more open. Your hip hop track is now ready. I don't know if this is hip hop, to captivate your audience with its inviting and rich sounds. I hear some distortion that I don't like. I do have a feeling that it doesn't make a big difference. Fix the distortion issue. The warmth is set to warm for better sound. Let's do that busy part. I mean, starting to like this. So if I understand this correctly, you can dial in some parameters over here as well. You need to pay for that, which I probably am going to have to do anyway. And over here, it actually made an image of a sandstorm. Interesting. Here it says what you've adjusted, and in this case, it's all coming from the prompt, from what I inputted. So I think I'm doing right. Finalize, and of course, now I'm going to have to pay. Are you sure? You're going to receive your full master track, and this is going to cost 1 credit. Yes! All right, it's already done in 37 seconds. So that's actually pretty quick. So it did it at -12 LUFS, which is pretty well within the Spotify standard, and I think suited for this genre. The true peak is -0.3 dB true peak. That's not what Spotify or streaming services generally request, because they usually request -1 dB true peak. However, I've seen a lot of differences in the whole mastering industry, in the whole scene around this number, and I actually don't know what is common anymore. I do deliver my masters at -1 dB true peak, because if they are asking for it, why not just do it the way they want you to do it? But I've seen a lot of mastering engineers actually choosing to go for 0.3. So yeah, I don't know what the wise thing is. At least they are not like clipping. So this all looks already pretty good. All right, so let's do a loudness normalized comparison. All right, so it still sounds a little bit bouncy, whatever, but I don't know if I can actually, can I open this project again? Download, delete, download, delete. Don't see a button, so yeah, let's keep it at that. However, I wanna show you one more part of this song, and if you look at my project, you can already see that there's something going on around this part. Let's listen. So yeah, what I did there is I purposely added a piece of noise and a little click thing in here. This actually comes from a test that we are currently running with battery-powered studio equipment. We want to store our solar energy into batteries. I want to make a few videos about the subject because it's very interesting. You cannot just use every component. And as you can see here, we also had something that didn't really pass our tests. But anyway, I put this in here on purpose to demonstrate something which normally doesn't happen on purpose. So it's a bit weird what I'm saying now, but anyway, I put some noise and a tick in there. Because sometimes when you export something, you get a tick in there or a noise in there or something. And this is the secondary function of a mastering engineer. It's your second set of ears. And I just wanted to check if the AI could also do this already. And I could of course say like, hey, it wasn't listening for ticks or something, but you only know that if you actually put a tick and some noise in there. So that's what I did. And as I actually expected, it doesn't do that. So it's important to remember that these instant mastering services, they are still very much a one way of communication. So yes, you can now communicate with the AI by typing in prompts, but it won't communicate back to you. It only will give you something made from those prompts and made from the audio that you're inputting. It won't say back like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this, or maybe you should change something in your mix if you really want this sound the way you want it to sound, because that's usually the conversations that I have with my clients. I don't think if my clients still like me, like I'm constantly trying to improve their mixes as well, because the better it gets into my mastering chain, the better it comes out of there. Anyway, AI is not there yet, but it has taken another step. I'm generally not a huge fan of these services, but if you want to try it out, I'm going to link to Diktorial in the description down below. Anyway, if you like my channel and want to support me, make sure to scan one of these QR codes before you are going to buy something in one of these shops. If you do that, a little bit of your purchase gets kicked back to me. You're not paying anything extra. Super simple action for you to support the channel. So make sure to check out these affiliate links. They'll also be in the description down below. Another way to support me is by becoming a channel member. Channel members get early extra videos and access to some exclusive content. I'll link an in-string playlist over here. You can join somewhere down below. Join button or something. Last way to support me on all usual platforms watching more videos. So I'll link an in-string video over here. Thanks for watching. Keep pushing. And bye bye.